Hi, welcome to Writing Tips with RS12s. I am, of course, RS12s, author of the Agent Bennett Saga. Book 1 out is The Field Agent. I'm also that crazy person on TikTok that keeps asking people, are you writing your first book? If you are writing your first book, this is the place that you want to be. So on today's show, we are talking about 3 things you must know if you are self-publishing your first book. I self-published my first book, and I'm also working through the process of self-publishing my second book. It should hit shelves in September 2022. Very excited for that. Now, some differences between self-publishing and traditional publishing. I really enjoyed being able to self-publish because you get more control. I got say over my book cover. I got say over my final manuscript. Whereas if you go with traditional publishing, they get to say what they want for the book cover. They get to say what they want for the title. So if you come up with something, they may contact you and be like, I think we're going to switch it to this. In your manuscript, they may approach you and say, hey, we would like you to add this into it. And you have to do it because it's part of your contract. So the nice thing about traditional publishing is you get the security, but you get less control. Whereas with self-publishing, you don't have as much security, but you get all the control. Now let's dive into 3 things you must know if you are self-publishing your first book. First up, you are not just a writer. You are now a promotion specialist. You're a graphic designer. You're a public speaker. You're a marketer. You're the person that needs to contact bookstores. People who start writing, they dream of being an author. They dream that they'll be able to live in this cute little cottage, almost like a hermit, where they get to write their stories all day. And then at the end of the day, they can send it off to their agent. That sounds all exciting and all dreamy, but that is not the case. Now I know I'm probably bursting your bubble. You can't just go to coffee shops every single day, drink an insane amount of coffee, write your manuscript, send it off to your agent, and not hear back from them until you need to head off for book signings. Self-publishing is so much more than that. As I already mentioned, it's your job to start approaching stores, whether it's a big store like Indigo, Barnes & Noble. You also need to approach Amazon. Amazon is so important to have your book on. Amazon is very influential, as you know. You also need to approach the smaller bookstores, the local bookstores. You get to email them, you get to go in person, you get to create this relationship. You say who you are, you're a local author, your deal. You show them the value of your book and the history behind it. So that's kind of one perk of being a self-published author, actually, is that you get to create these relationships with store owners that a lot of authors don't actually get to make. So now that you're a promotion specialist, you're reaching out to newspapers, particularly your local newspapers. People love supporting local, promoting local. So head to your local newspaper, write them up, tell them who you are. You're also going to be reaching out to book bloggers, bookstagrammers. You want them to get a copy of your book, whether you send it to them, which is the most likely thing, and you want them to post it on their page and review it for you. Bookstagrammers are huge influencers in the book world, and so you want to create this relationship with them. So as you can see, there's a lot of hats that you get to wear as a writer. You're no longer just a writer, so throw it out the window. But I think the most important thing to get through your head is if you don't promote your book, no one's going to know about your book. So of course, if you release it and you are sad about your sales numbers, well, you didn't do your job. You didn't promote it. You didn't market it. You didn't reach out to people. So stop thinking of yourself as just a writer. You are a self-published writer. All right, moving on to point 2. Social media is your best friend. Now, it's also your worst enemy because coming with social media, there's a tons of highs and lows. But going back to that other point, if you don't promote your book, no one's going to know about your book. So you're going to have to hop on some of these platforms. And there's so many to choose from. So there's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Now, but the question is, what is the right platform for you? For me, with the Field Agent, I thought about my target audience. Now, my target audience is 13 to 18-year-olds. I've hit a wider age range than that, but that was my target audience. So I thought, what platforms are they on? They're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. So those are the platforms I decided to dedicate my time to. Now my team at the self-publishing company told me I should probably hop on Twitter because that's where I'm gonna make a lot of connections. But personally, I'm not a huge fan of Twitter. I did as they told me to, and I did hop on, but I don't put a lot of time and energy into that because I just don't find it worth my time. So I hopped on Instagram and I hopped on TikTok. But I found I needed to come up with some way to really stand out. As I was looking at other writers and authors and people who just love to promote books, I found that they were all doing the same thing. So I needed to find my own thing. Now on social media platforms, people who are consuming content are typically looking for one of three things. They are looking to be entertained, they are looking to be inspired, or they're looking to learn something. So I found that most book people were going with the entertainment aspect, and so I decided to go with the learning aspect, in which way I became the "Are you writing your first book?" person. So figure out what social media platforms your target audience are on, what content of value that you want to give them, and then you need to post. You need to actually post consistently. You need to find a rhythm that works with you because your audience is expecting something. So for me on TikTok, I actually post every day, and my audience comes back to my page to see the new content every day. So what I recommend on Instagram is try to do at least one feed post a week, 3 reels a week. Reels are phenomenal for getting your content out there. Instagram's really boosting that right now. I know what you're thinking. You want to get on these social media platforms to actually promote your book. But the thing is you don't want every single post to be a promotional post because your followers are going to get so bored and sick of that. So what I recommend is 1 in 5. One post in every 5 can be promotional about your book. Now sit down and spend some time thinking what content you want to give your followers before you just go ahead and post anything and everything. I also suggest not overwhelming yourself. If you can only focus on one platform, then focus on one platform. You would rather do one platform really well than 5 platforms terribly. Now it's time for my third and final point. Utilize your friends and family. This is so huge. I also call it annoying your friends and family, but what you're going to get them to do is you're going to start asking them to follow you on these different social media platforms. You're going to ask them to engage with what you post, whether it's commenting, whether it's sharing, whether it's just simply liking. Everything helps in that social media algorithm. Now you may think that this is cheating, but it's not. You're giving yourself a boost. I actually went onto my mom and dad's phone, downloaded TikTok, made them follow me, and told them how to engage with my content. This is really important. Actually, I have 5 people in my household, which is very convenient for me. So I use their phones, go on Amazon, give my books reviews with their permission. I'm doing it right now with my YouTube channel. I'm asking them to subscribe. I'm asking them to watch my videos. Getting your friends and family to engage with your content, to help boost you. They want to do this. They want to see you succeed. So just put the ask out there. So I just said that I get my friends and family to also leave me reviews. This is so important. Also, it's really easy. There are multiple places to leave reviews, and all they have to do is copy and paste the same review in all these locations. Amazon is one of the best places to leave reviews. 20 or more 5-star ratings actually boost your book within the algorithm and they show it to more people. So really pester your friends and family to leave these reviews. Just the other day, I was scrolling through my contacts in my phone, texting my friends the link to my book on Amazon, asking them to leave a review. They did because I made it easy for them. I sent them the link. Another thing I'm asking my friends and family to do is head to their local library and ask that library to bring my book in. Libraries are way more likely to bring the book in if a reader asks for it, as opposed to if the author comes in and says, "Hey, this is my book. I'm a local author. Do you want to shelf it?" Now, the key with friends and family is being persistent. They have busy lives. They have other things going on. If you send them a text message, they might not see it. They may forget. So just be persistent and don't take it to heart if they haven't done it yet. So there we go. Those are the 3 things you must know if you're becoming a self-published author. You are not just a writer. Social media is your best friend, and utilize your friends and family. Now, I know this may sound very overwhelming, but if you map out your time, look at it long term, you can get this all done very simple. I hope you learned something new to help you with your writing journey. Feel free to smash that like button, even subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date on all the writing tips. New videos come out every Tuesday. The best way to actually support me, head out and grab my book, The Field Agent. It's available on Amazon, Indigo, Barnes & Noble. Actually, it's available at any local bookstore. Always say promote local. Head there, ask them to bring it in, and they will. Until next time, guys.